Alright guys, so there's been YouTubers that have been going through this cycling path in Japan. So I was wondering, I wonder how it looks in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm going to try to do a flight from Hiroshima, kind of departure to the east, and then once this is in sight, follow this down, eventually arriving at Matsuyama Airport. So it's simple enough. The name of the cycling path is the Shimanami Kaido. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it looks in Flight Simulator. I'm going to be using the CTSL, the Flight Design CT Superlight. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys, here we are at Hiroshima Airport in the CT Superlight by Flight Design. This is a light sport aircraft in the U.S. I believe in Europe, some parts of Europe it's considered an ultralight. And well, let's get into it. So I'm just going to use the simple, I'm going to use the simple checklist on here because this game doesn't actually have a very big checklist for this this plane. So most likely, I mean, this is, I don't know, this is probably not realistic. They probably just don't have the full checklist on here. So fuel shutoff valve open. That is, let's see, what is that? All right, so let's put this valve up. Okay, cold engine start, throttle open for no more than 5 millimeters. So interesting, yeah, see this doesn't, there's no mixture in this plane either. All right, so throttle is just like a little bit. And then we turn on the battery, make sure the brakes are on, we do the ignition, and then let the thing start. Now see here, it doesn't mention the choke, which it has here. And so I've actually printed out a small part of the, where's my mouse? Okay, here it is. I printed out a small part of the POH that talks about how to start up the engine with the choke, so I'm actually going to try that. Should be viewable here with this third-party e-bag thing. There we go. Yeah, I think it's working. Okay. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay. Maybe make this a little smaller, actually. Well, actually, for now, it probably needs to be big. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So I have it here in the notes. To start the engine, start should be activated a maximum of 10 seconds, prevents overheating. Pull the choke out completely and keep it fully open for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then slowly push it shut. So I'm going to do that, put the battery on. So let's have the brakes locked on, parking brake, and we will turn on the battery. We will turn on the engine here. And now we should pull the choke on. Actually, we should have the throttle off, I guess. Not the 10 millimeters thing like you were saying. But, oh, you can't. All right, so we have the choke on, and then we have to slowly push it shut. I don't think I can slowly drag this, actually. Can I? No, and here it looks like it just, you can set it on and off. All right, so I don't actually think that's 30 seconds, but whatever. We'll say that part's over. We'll now do the little 10 millimeter thing. And let's wait here for the temperatures to get up there in the green. Or was it the pressure that we're waiting for? Oil temperature 50 degrees. So we are waiting for that. Okay, there it is. It's about to hit. Or actually, it hit 50 degrees a long time ago. It's actually in the green now. Okay. When starting the engine, this is usually the case. Throttle should be adjusted to ensure that the engine runs smoothly. RPM between 2,000 and 2,500. So let's go ahead and shrink this now. I don't think we need this so big anymore. I'll just get the radio frequencies. All right. Okay. And where's the RPM? There's the tachometer, 2,000 and 2,500. So that's like around there. And yeah, everything should basically be in the green once you're in there. So everything is indeed in the green. Yep, looking good. Let's go back to this checklist here. So additional equipment switched on. So let's turn on the avionics. There we go. Let's turn on the lights, not the landing light. Let's turn on beacon. I don't know what a position that is, but let's just
clouds at 800 feet, few clouds at 4,500 feet, few clouds at 12,200 feet. Temperature 17, 2.10. Altimeter tree 0.36. Visual runway 28 in use.
altimeter
Landing and departing runway 28.
3036.
VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have whiskey.
Whiskey 3036.
Hiroshima Airport information whiskey 0800 Zulu. Wind 157 at 8. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few
I
clouds
think that's
at 800
36 there.
feet, few clouds at
So that's showing
4,400
about
feet, few clouds at
800
12,200
something
feet.
feet,
Temperature 17,
which is
2.10. Altimeter tree 0.36.
well, it's supposed to be 1,089 feet.
Visual runway 28 in use. Landing and departing runway 28. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
Maybe
All
I should
aircraft
turn
read
this
back
down
hold
more.
short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have whiskey.
Okay, I don't know.
Hiroshima
I
Airport
guess
information whiskey 0800 Zulu. Wind
that
157
might be a
at
little
8.
more accurate.
Visibility 6.
Hold on, let's see,
Sky condition.
3036.
Few clouds at
Let me
800
see what
feet.
this
Few
sets
clouds
already.
at 4,000.
No, I guess I had it right
feet,
before.
few clouds
All
at
right, let's just put it back then.
12,200 feet. Temperature 16, 2.10. Altimeter tree 0.36.
So runway 28 is the active runway.
Landing
We have
and
whiskey.
departing runway 28. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read
Do my
back
binds
hold
work with
short
this?
instructions.
My radio
Advise
binds don't
controller
work with
on
this.
initial
That's
contact you
annoying.
have whiskey.
So
Hiroshima
we've
Airport
got
information whiskey 0800 Zulu.
whiskey runway
Wind
28.
157 at 8. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 800 feet. Few clouds at
yeah, this button doesn't even
4,400
work.
feet. Few clouds at 12,200 feet.
Alright, well, I guess I can't actually set the frequencies manually.
2.10. Altimeter tree 0.36. Visual runway 28
Alright, let's
in
put
use.
this on, put this on
Landing
standby.
and departing runway 28. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Alright, so we're going to pretend we're setting the radio
Contact
frequency
you have whiskey.
to 118.6.
Hiroshima Airport information whiskey 0800 Zulu. Wind 157 at 8.
118.6, there we go. And we will request taxi to runway 28, departure to the east. So, Hiroshima Tower, Juliet Alpha 1337, requesting taxi to runway 28, departure to the east.
Hiroshima ground flight design Juliet Alpha
Hiroshima
1337 request taxi for departure to the east with whiskey.
With whiskey. Let's put this
Flight
down.
design Juliet Alpha 1337 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway Papa 4 Papa 3 Papa 2 Papa 1 Tango 1.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Contact
is.
tower on 118.6 when ready.
1186. 1186. Does that match this? 11. Yeah. Okay. Oh, actually, the tower and ground is the same here, I think. Yeah. Now, BC, we're already on 1186. Okay. Taxi to and hold short of runway 28. Juliet Alpha 1337 via
Taxi
P4,
hold short
P3.
runway 28 via taxiway Papa 4 Papa
Papa
3
4,
Papa
Papa
2
3,
Papa
Papa
1
2,
Tango
Papa
1
1,
flight
Tango
design
1.
337.
All right, let's just verify before takeoff. We're gonna release the choke, which we've already done. Release the brakes. Yeah, that's everything. That's everything on here. Okay. So the runway is, we're doing runway 28, so that's going to be the one going from the right to the left. So we're going to make a right here and then make a left onto the runway. Hopefully that's all the Papa things. I'm going to change the ATIS again real quick. I want to see what the
Hiroshima
weather
Airport
was.
Information Whiskey 0800 Zulu. Wind 157 at 8.
157
Visibility 6.
at 80
Sky
degrees.
condition. Few clouds at 800
Sorry, my
feet. Few
bad.
clouds at 4,400
157
feet.
degrees
Few clouds
at 8 knots.
12,200 feet. Temperature 16.
Okay.
Dew point
So
10.
back to
Altimeter.
ground. Okay. Okay, let's head left here. Alright, well, this should be good enough here. Alright. Here we go, runway 28. So now, I should have done this before, but yeah, let's just make sure the flaps are working. So we can see they are indeed working. Yep. See, these flaps actually go negative on this plane. And then we should also make sure that the turning is working, so we see that. And then, if you want to see how the plane looks, we'll go here into the third person. So we can see that works. Alright, looking good. Check the engine RPMs here. Let's check the engine RPMs. I don't actually know what we're supposed to set them to for the test, but because the list doesn't show you in this game, but okay, it doesn't change too much, so looks good. Let's get ready here and contact tower, which is at the same frequency actually. Request takeoff clearance, VFR. So ready for depart. Hiroshima Tower. Juliet Alpha 1337, ready for departure, runway 28, departure to the east.
Hiroshima Tower Flight Design Juliet Alpha 1337 ready for departure to the east at runway 28.
Flight design Juliet Alpha 1337 cleared for takeoff runway 28, departure to the east approved.
Departure runway 28,
Cleared for takeoff
Juliet Alpha
runway 28
1337.
flight design
Cleared,
337.
cleared for takeoff runway 28, Juliet Alpha 1337. Yeah, I don't need this whole runway, that's why I can just use this here. Yep. So here we are. Let's see if we can... All right. Yeah, you know, because I don't know what where they were telling me to taxi, so I mean, I'm just doing this. Because I don't have the diagram for this airport, so. All right. So we're going to have to make a 180 to head over back toward the our destination.
Flight design 337, continue for east departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Continue for east departure.
Hiroshima
Juliet Alpha
Tower Flight
1337.
Design Juliet Alpha 1337, continue for east departure.
So, you know, we want to actually see what the islands look like, so we're not going to go too high here. Actually, I'm probably going to just stay right around here. Let's put negative flaps now. All right. Okay, let's try to trim it down. The wind's kind of blowing it to the left a bit. Rolling it to the left. I should have had the landing lights on. I didn't do that. Put the transceiver on. What is it called? The transponder on to altitude. Wait, what? That's not what I wanted to do. My bad.
Flight design 337, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Oh, whatever. Okay, frequency change approved. Juliet Alpha 1337.
Hiroshima Tower Flight Design Juliet Alpha 1337, frequency change.
Hiroshima approach 124050. Alright, we're hitting around 2,000 now. I don't want to get too high. Although actually there's mountains right there, so maybe just stick around here. I wonder what the wind is up here. I don't think this thing tells me. Actually, what is that? 5? Oh. plane's pretty cool. I like the big windows and everything. I know the Pipistrel Alpha is also similar. Probably because they're both, maybe because they're both light sport. Or not the Pipistrel Alpha, the Pipistrel Virus, sorry. So as the plan is, once we hit like the water area, we should be able to see. I mean, there's a bunch of islands there. That might be. I mean, that might already be what we're looking. I don't know if that's already what we're looking for. Maybe it might be. Let's head over to the right a little bit. It's interesting the GPS lines aren't showing up on here. I did program the flight plan on the Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know, mission screen or whatever. Alright, let's try to zoom out of this map a little bit. Oh, crap. Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I use my left hand to use the mouse thing and to use the joystick. I should probably use one hand for each.
1862 climb and maintain 9,600 feet.
There's a bridge there.
Climb and maintain 9,600 feet, all Nippon 1862.
So it looks like this is, this right here might be the first. I think this might be the first island here, part of the cycling route. So let's actually get a little lower here. Just can't really see too much, I think.
All Nippon 186 to descent and maintain 3,600 feet.
Oh, the CHT is actually too high.
Descend and maintain 3,600 feet, all Nippon 1862.
All Nippon 186 to descent and maintain 4,100 feet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's this game or what, but I've never seen the CHT in the green, like, while you're cruising in this plane, unless I'm messing something up here. It will get, since I'm not using max throttle anymore, though, it will get lower in the yellow, but I've never seen it be in the green.
Keep speed below 200 knots, all Nippon 1862.
For those of you that don't know, the CHT is the cylinder head temperature. It's the temperature of, I believe, the hottest cylinder in the engine. All right, so let's make a right here, and this should be the first island here. Too bad the buildings aren't photogrammetry.
4 miles east of Hiroshima. Contact Hiroshima Tower on 118.6 when inbound.
Onomichi. Oh, so I have some waypoints here, it looks like. Some POIs. So yes, Onomichi.
118.6, all Nippon 1862.
Onomichi is the beginning of the cycling trail, bicycle trail. So I believe this bridge here is probably part of the trail. Although, how else would they get? Yeah, I don't see how else they'd get there unless there's one of those messed up bridges in Microsoft Flight Simulator that's like submerged in the ground. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can trim. Maybe I should have looked at one of those cycling maps that show you the actual road that they cycle on. There's another bridge there. I think that is probably part of it. Let's see. Let me zoom in. Okay. Let's see if we can get into slow flight. Let me see if I can get into slow flight. I think this is alright. I think we're in slow flight. It's kind of hard to see things when we're tilted like this, though. Let's go to third person. Are we losing altitude? No, we're actually... Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So yeah, that is, I guess that's probably the cycling route. So you can see on this map here, there's like a line that goes down. So if we just keep following it this way, looks like it's this road here. And then it probably approaches that bridge all the way down at the end there that goes to the next area. So yeah, we can see the CHC now. Actually, it's pretty close. It's still in the yellow, but it's actually pretty close to getting to the green. Oil temperature is getting a little high, though. Well, it's still in the green, though. It's just borderline green-yellow. See if I increase the engine a bit, how that feels. Yeah, I think it's a little smoother. So in slow flight, you mostly steer with the rudder pedals. Alright, well, let's try to get out of slow flight now. So, to do that, I don't exactly remember the exact steps, but it involves putting the nose down, putting the flaps back up, and increasing speed. So put the nose down. To 0 here. Okay. And here's the bridge there. Let's put the flaps up to negative. I like that big little mountain hill thing. I guess maybe that line is still the route. So there, it looks like the line goes there on the left side of the mountain here. Oh, it's Tara Bridge. Let's check that out. Tatara Bridge, Tatara Hashi. So I believe this is the bridge where there's some little area where you can clap your hands, and it makes like some weird, crazy sounds, which is pretty crazy and pretty cool, I guess. I don't know how it works. I didn't really look too much into it, but the idea is pretty cool. That you can just clap your hands and it somehow makes the entire bridge make a sound. Or I guess at least the part of the bridge you're at. You can see the cars on there. And then there's the road. I guess that would continue the path. I know there's also different routes in the path. There's like the straightforward kind of route, and then there's like a harder route. The harder route, I don't really know where it would be. I guess it would probably just be on some roads around here. I'm guessing that straight line might be the easy route. That's actually a highway, so I doubt you would drive on the highway. Maybe you drive on that local road to the left. Or you ride on that route. I don't know. Maybe you do ride on the highway. I don't know. I'll see if I can maybe put up a map of the cycling route on the video. And during this, we'll see exactly where the route was, and if you know, it is in fact in my view. So there's another bridge here. I wonder if this was the bridge with the clapping sound. Or maybe this is the final bridge? I think, no, the final bridge is supposed to be really long. This doesn't look that long. That looks like it could be the final bridge up there. That looks kind of long. So here's a bridge here. This one looks pretty long. So it looks like the road goes into that, like, foresty area, maybe. Oh, that actually might be the final bridge. That looks really freaking long. Here we are. Let's see how this thing actually looks. After this, we're going to head bearing 223. That should be the GPS line there. To head over to the final airport, the destination airport. But yeah, so this definitely looks like it's the final bridge here. This thing's pretty long. Alright, it's pretty good actually. The CHT is just slightly over green. But it's kind of slow though. I don't know what kilometers to knots is, but this is 180 kilometers. Hey Google, what is 180 kilometers to nautical miles? I guess it's not terrible, but it's 97 nautical, so it's roughly 100 knots. It's not terrible, but it's not the fastest thing either. And the thing is, I believe this thing is supposed to be able to cruise at 120 knots, so that's why I don't know why. Like, unless you're supposed to operate it with the CHT in the yellow, I don't see, or either this game's CHT is messed up, or you're supposed to operate it with the CHT in the yellow. Otherwise, I don't see how you're going to go 120 knots and not have that thing be at the top of the yellow. Or unless there's some thing I have to like press to like let it do that. I guess maybe that Imabari might be the actual end, just because there's a point of interest there. I'm guessing that must be maybe where the end is. Well, anyway, I don't know if there's too much to see there. It looks like it's just not even procedural. It's just generic buildings and stuff. So, looks like this is the end of the cycling route. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty nice. It has the cool bridges and stuff. Looks decent in this game. So I'm going to go back to the actual flight plan here, the course. Head over back to the GPS line, and then we'll go at a heading of, I think it was, what was it, 222? 223. I'd also increase my altitude a bit. Well, actually... yeah, I'm already over 2,000. Although, actually, I don't know what the density is here. I know the airport's at elevation almost 0, whereas Hiroshima was at elevation of like 1,000. I guess it's not too far, though. I doubt it. I'm sure the density is probably, hopefully, pretty similar. Actually, I should probably contact them. Let them know I'm heading over. So they are on Matsuyama ATIS 126.65, but I can't actually interact with this thing because this game is weird. I don't know. Right, I don't think I can hit these buttons here. Yeah, see, I can't actually, they don't work. They're inoperative or something. So, see if we can find them on here. Matsuyama, and let's get the ATIS on. Okay.
Matsuyama Airport information Kilo 09er 000. Wind 217 at 15. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 800 feet. Few clouds at 4,400 feet. Few clouds at 12,200 feet.
Altimeter's the same.
Temperature 16.
Runway 32 in use.
2.10. Altimeter tree 0.36. Visual runway tree 2 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 2. DSR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Kilo.
Kilo, okay. So we tune the tower. Matsuyama Tower.
Matsuyama Airport information Lima 09er 000.
Why is this still playing?
Wind 217. at 15. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 800 feet. Few
Matsuyama
clouds
Tower,
at
Juliet Alpha
4,500
1337
feet. Few clouds at
for landing,
12,200 feet.
runway 32.
Temperature 16. Dew point
Altitude
10.
2,000,
Altimeter tree 0.4.
2,400.
Visual runway
2400.
tree 2 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 2.
I don't know how many miles
VSR
northeast.
aircraft. Say direction of flight.
Let's
All
see.
aircraft read back hold short.
Matsuyama Tower flight design Juliet Alpha 1337 is 17 miles
17
northeast
miles
with Lima to land.
northeast with Lima to land. I have to figure out how to
Design
determine
Juliet
how
Alpha
far I am.
1337 Matsuyama Tower. Make left traffic runway tree 2. Altimeter tree 0 decimal tree 6 wind 217 at 15.
Left traffic one way 32.
Fly
Juliet
left
Alpha
downwind runway
1337.
tree 2 flight design tree 37.
Runway tree 2, right? Yeah, runway tree 32. So current heading is 2. Was it like it was 223 or something? So 32 would be going like from the lower right to the upper left. Yeah, lower right to the upper left. So we have to cross over to enter. We have to cross the runway to enter the left downwind. I believe you can just do that at traffic pattern altitude if there's no traffic already there. Otherwise, you can do this thing, I think, where you come in above altitude and then like kind of make a loop into it. But I don't believe that's required. Kind of wish this plane had a autopilot. Look at that sunset. Using the live time right now. Live weather, live time. If the audio is different than some of my other videos, I'm currently using headphone style audio. So the game simulates like as if you were wearing a headphone. So it has like staticky sounds and it kind of silences the engine noise when you're in the cockpit. When you go out of the cockpit, you can hear the noise normally though. Like that. Looks like a golf course or something. Yeah, you know, I've been trying to print these things out here. Or not print them out, but I've been trying to print these out to dial into the frequencies, but some of these planes, they just don't let you do it. It's kind of crappy. Hope Microsoft steps up a bit, or Asobo or whatever. Like, I have keys bound to it too, and it's not. I mean, I guess there is probably one bind I could use. That one's kind of annoying. The bind I'm using is like the SimConnect binds. I believe we should be relatively close. Let's request airport direction. Matsuyama Tower, Juliet Alpha 1337, request airport direction.
Matsuyama Tower flight design Juliet Alpha 1337 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Flight design 337 airport is 1 o'clock, 8 miles.
Alright, that's good. So 8 miles. Maybe start descending just a little bit. So we should be able to see it actually. It's probably up there somewhere. It should be somewhere like directly in front of me. Oh, maybe not directly in front of me, a little bit to the right. Probably like over here somewhere. Let me check the flaps real quick. So we got 0, it is 164, and then it's 145, and then 115. So roughly 164, 165, 145, 115, and then the last two are both 115, even though for some reason the flap shows it as like 95 or something. I'm pretty sure I looked into POH and the last flap is also 115. And these are kilometers, by the way, not knots. And it also, I believe it said...
337 cleared to land runway 32.
I think
Wind
that's it right there.
217 at 15.
Clear to land runway 32.
Cleared to land
Juliet Alpha
runway 32,
1237.
flight design 337.
I mean, I still don't actually see. I guess it's coming up there on the... Yeah, so it is right around here then. Alright, so I'm going to have... See, I think he's just like clearing me so that I can go in directly with like a right traffic right into final. But since he told me to enter left traffic, I'm just going to go and then enter left traffic and then go to land. So we're still like almost 1,000 feet above the traffic pattern, so let's continue descending. Everything's in the green, except the CHC is just slightly above green. So the runway goes, I mean, I should be able to see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I think that's it, right? Yeah, with that light there. Okay. Here it is. So yeah, I'm gonna cross over it and then head into the left traffic for runway, what was it, 32? Yeah. I'm going to decrease my speed a bit so I can put on the first two flaps, actually. Also because there's a negative flap, which I forgot about, so... So let me get rid of that negative flap first once we hit 164. Let's continue descending as well. Actually, so let me slow down to continue to descend faster. Okay. Put that negative flap back to 0. Okay. Okay, we can put the next flap pretty soon. Let's head over into the next part of the traffic pattern. The entering downwind. Juliet entering downwind, left traffic runway 32. I'm not actually sure if you need to say it if you're talking to tower. I guess you do, right? But yeah, it doesn't give you the option on here, so. If I remember correctly, I believe the POH said the approach speed is like 100. That might have been for the CTLS though, I forget. Okay, header entering base. Matsuyama Tower entering base runway 32. Okay. All right, so we gotta actually descend faster. This is a bit too fast here. Too high, I mean. So I'm gonna try to maybe do a forward slip. Okay. Okay. I think we're pretty good now. Final, Matsuyama Tower, Juliet Alpha 137, final, runway 332.
Flight design 337 exit runway when able.
Matsuyama Airport information Lima 09er 00 Zulu. Wind 217 at 15. Visibility 6. Sky condition. Few clouds at 800 feet. Few clouds at 4,400 feet. Few clouds at 12,200 feet. Temperature 16. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.36.
Flight design 337 contact ground on 118.35.
Okay. 118.35, Juliet Alpha 137.
118.35 for flight design 337.
ground, Juliet Alpha 1337
Mopsy
request
off
taxi to
ground flight
parking.
design Juliet Alpha 1337 request taxi to parking.
I forgot to do the landing light again. Oh wait,
Flight
yeah.
design
hold on.
Juliet Alpha 1337 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha.
Taxi to general aviation via taxiway Alpha Juliet Alpha
Taxiing to
1237.
general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha flight design 337.
Okay, altimeter, or not altimeter, transponder off, I believe. Could be, maybe it's standby. I'll just keep it off. Alright, so it said, well, definitely can't be that way, so it must be this way. Actually, is this it right in front of me? Ah, that's probably for me. All right, let's put the parking brake on, throttle down. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually know the steps to shut this down. It's not in the game, so let's turn off the avionics here. Actually, let's turn off the lights. Turn off the avionics. Let's test the engine real quick. Make sure when you turn off and like, oh, it ends the game. All right, well. Alright guys, that was the flight over the, I forget what it's called, Shima something cycling route. Hope you enjoyed it.